A broadcasting rival to BBC and Sky is celebrating a decade on air as it brings back a stellar 1966 film that hasn't been seen on British TV for more than 10 years. Talking Pictures TV is bringing back the original 1966 Batman film, starring Adam West, onto UK TV screens this Saturday as they celebrate their 10-year anniversary. This film is the latest signing by the nostalgia station that attracts up to 6 million viewers a week through their old-school films and TV series, reports The Express. Much like nostalgic radio stations, Talking Pictures TV has spotted a gap in the market for viewers who love old movies and feel-good television. Despite heading up streaming giants like Netflix for their viewers, this broadcasting channel is run from a small family home by founder Noel Cronin, 76. Noel and his family members run this channel from near Kings Langley, Hertfordshire, in an extension to the home that has room for just 3 desks. The 76-year-old founder of Talking Pictures TV said, "It's great to be bringing Batman and his faithful sidekick, the boy wonder, Robin, back to a new audience of young and old alike. We'll be showing it each and every Saturday at 9 a.m. in our Saturday morning pictures slot. It's a wonderful series, on so many different levels, that people have a lot of affection for." Launched just over 9 years ago with little publicity, Talking Pictures TV now draws in an impressive audience of between 4 to 6 million viewers a week due to its unique mix of vintage TV shows, black and white films and older documentaries. Fans of the channel include ex-Radio 1 DJ Mike Reid, comedian Vic Reeves and even the royal family, as the late Queen reportedly watched Laurel and Hardy on the channel to cheer herself up when she wasn't feeling well. Noel, who has spent his life in British television and film, says the channel's success is down to catering for an age group and viewership that is often ignored by other broadcasting organisations. He said, "I think about recognizing a niche in the market and really catering for an age group that modern television has little to do with. I'm 77 this year, which helps as I'm certainly in the age demographic neglected by other channels, and I can understand what viewers of my age like to see. I try to watch new films, but I just can't get into them." How did Talking Pictures TV, TPTV, begin? TPTV started in northwest London 60 years ago when Noel, who was born on Abbey Road in St John's Wood, got a job at the Rank organisation Post Room straight after leaving education. Rank was set up as Britain's answer to Hollywood in 1937 by J. Arthur Rank and became the UK's largest film company, for making movies and also distributing and showing them in cinemas. Noel explained, "I started right at the bottom as a post boy in 1962. Rank was massive then. I worked my way up the system. I went to the film-let department at the Rank Advertising Films division in Park Royal, where they checked the adverts for the cinemas, before being promoted to the cutting rooms in Hill Street, Mayfair. My editor was very old-fashioned and, to be frank, the training was so boring. I was a 16 to 17-year-old lad and I had to stand by his shoulder all day and just watch. The highlight of my day was to go and sharpen the Chinograph pencils to mark the film to cut, then I could at least sit down for 5 minutes. The job didn't last. They said they didn't think I had a career in editing, but they were very sweet. They told me to take my time and leave when I wanted to." Eventually, Noel moved into distribution and set up his own company with the aim of licensing films to television stations. In time, he built up a sizable collection of material. "I was offered films and I always thought there was a way of selling these things. A very big library came up from the BBC, of black and white films. It took me several years of negotiation with them to buy that library. I also bought the rump end of the old Southern TV archive, all the short series that they didn't want. We made them an offer and acquired them. What Noel found was that interest in older films was beginning to wane in the television industry. He added, "One of the satellite companies told me, we don't play black and white after 4 p.m. I said, I think you're wrong, a good black and white film is a good film and a bad color film is a bad film." So, it was this shift away from the classics that led to the creation of Talking Pictures TV, TPTV. Noel continued, "By then, we had this huge library, probably 600 to 700 films and various other things we'd acquired, and we weren't selling it anywhere, or at least not much of it. So my daughter Sarah and I decided to start our own television station. I'd always been on the technical side and Sarah had been on the producing side, but we'd never worked for a TV station before." Sarah Cronin Stanley, 45, who now runs TPTV with her dad and also her husband Neil, said, "It was a very quick learning curve. There were all kinds of difficulties. The financial thing, trying to raise the money was a nightmare, because everybody said, you are far too late, you've got no chance of getting a TV station up and running, you should have done it 10 years ago." TPTV launched on May 26, 2015 and moved on to Freeview a couple of months later. Noel's thoughts about vintage programs and film that other broadcasters thought were old hat proved to be correct. He recalled, "Although it was very humble at the beginning, the rise in ratings was really quite quick. We went from zero to quite respectable in only a few months. It also most likely helped that established channels were in somewhat of a rut with their constant programming." Noel said, "When ITV and BBC decided that cheap daytime programs were the way to go, it was the beginning of the end for television. You're killing people's imagination with that." TPTV also received a large boost to its viewership during the coronavirus pandemic lockdowns of 2020 and 2021 as millions of people were told to stay at home by the government. For a lot of people, they enjoyed escaping back into the good old days with TPTV, and the official figures may actually underestimate its true popularity. Sarah added, "The thing about us which is different from other stations is that once people find us they stay with us, tuning in every day, so they're not counted as unique viewers." Another interesting thing about this channel is that Noel schedules it the old-fashioned way too, with pen and paper. He said, "Our biggest thing is to avoid playing what other channels have shown recently." Noel is also not a fan of stripping, which is where series are played on a daily basis, and he also doesn't even like episodes being shown back to back. He said, "I like to show one episode each week on the same day. I always say it's like chocolate. A few pieces of it are nice, but if you eat one bar straight after another, you get sick of it." Recent additions to the schedule include surviving episodes of the police procedural Dixon of Dock Green. The station recently showed a long-lost episode unseen since 1959, plus 1970s BBC drama The Brothers, and the popular western, Bonanza. Beginning at 9 a.m. every Saturday, TPTV shows a collection of film and shows that older viewers may remember from their childhood. Both Noel and his daughter are keen to encourage the station's role as an archive channel. They have restored and then screened a number of films previously thought to be lost. The relationship the pair have with their viewers is something the Cronins are very proud of and is rather unique in British television right now. Sarah concluded, "We are a community. People send us cakes and biscuits. I don't think there are many channels where you can just ring to have a chat, make suggestions or say that the program you've just watched is rubbish. But we love that kind of interaction with our viewers." Talking Pictures TV is available on Freeview CH82, Sky 328, Freesat 306 and Virgin 445. Batman Begins on Saturday at 9 a.m. Some films can be watched by the Encore service via their website. Join the Daily Record WhatsApp community. Get the latest news sent straight to your messages by joining our WhatsApp community today. You'll receive daily updates on breaking news as well as the top headlines across Scotland. No one will be able to see who is signed up and no one can send messages except the Daily Record team. All you have to do is click here if you're on mobile, select Join Community and you're in. If you're on a desktop, simply scan the QR code above with your phone and click Join Community. We also treat our community members to special offers, promotions, and adverts from us and our partners. If you don't like our community, you can check out anytime you like. To leave our community, click on the name at the top of your screen and choose Exit Group. If you're curious, you can read our privacy notice.